The class of 2017, they're very indescribable, but in a very good way. You know, starting out freshman year, we had a lot of kids and we've lost a lot along the way. But I think senior year has really brought us together, and I'm really glad because there are some kids when we first started I didn't know their names, and now they're kids I couldn't imagine not seeing in the hallway, and especially not going to college and seeing them. It's really sad. So we're kind of like a family, I would say.
As with most classes, there are certain things that make them unique. Their personality, their blend of personalities, of course, and of course every class has got a blend of personalities. But this particular mix, I guess, their senses of humor, they help make things enjoyable, even things that are not normally enjoyable. They helped each other enjoy things that might otherwise be banal and boring and tedious. It was a pleasure to work with them. They helped me get through the year with a smile on my face, relatively intact. They helped one another get through to where they can celebrate the year. But yeah, very fun-loving bunch, compassionate, definitely. Creative, very creative, and really a highly intelligent bunch, even though some of them would not admit it. There were so-called rednecks who could really write. We had great speakers, we had great filmmakers, artists. So, I don't know, just it's a class that I'll miss, and I do miss all the classes, but especially sorry to see this one go. So, congratulations to them and everything they do, you know, the families that they're going to start, the new career paths they're going to pursue, the things they're going to learn in college and out in life, the struggles that they're going to overcome. So I wish them good luck. My prayers are with them. And, you know, like I said, other people have said it more eloquently, but that's my feelings on the class of 2017.
Our class is a very hardworking class. I see them as very intelligent people who are able to get the job done when it needs to be done, and I believe they will be the same after college and so on into their lives.
I love the class of 2017. They are fine people and they will go out and be productive citizens in the world. And personally, they've given me 2 great years of yearbook, and I had just wonderful leadership kids this year. Caitlin, Brittany, and Carly are just the best. And I love you all. Go have wonderful lives.
The class of 2017 is definitely a special class. I had some of them as freshmen, now I have some of them as seniors. Their growth is amazing. They're definitely one of the best classes I've ever seen go through the halls of Lawrence County High School. In fact, I can't think of any class that was more special than the class of 2017.
The highlights of my high school career would probably be playing football for Lawrence County High School with my friends.
Some highlights would have to be winning the game against Montgomery County this year and swearing into the U.S. Army.
When it comes to high school memories, I think a lot about fishing. It's one of my favorite things to do, and to spend it with my friends. I can't complain the least bit.
Some highlights of my high school career have been mostly through classes I've taken, whether it be our public speaking class, giving speeches in front of various members of my class, or just going into vocational classes like the engineering program and boat races and such.
My most memorable high school experience would be the senior powder puff game when me and Kyle Hilton were the only 2 coaches and we only had 13 players and brought the game into a double overtime, even though the odds were really against us, and we all bonded through the experience and we did good for what we had.
Homecoming, that's always fun. I mean, even though our senior class really isn't very good at homecoming, we'll still get together, have a good time, like make memories, obviously. Going to rep, that was awesome. Cheering there was really fun. We all had a good time. Even though a lot of people, you know, didn't really watch basketball, we still had a big group come out and support us. Everybody was there for the cheerleaders. It was really good. And winning districts this year, the cheerleaders did awesome.
My most memorable experience was freshman year. We were getting ready to do our skits, and a bunch of us girls met in the bathroom, and we started realizing how awful our skit was. And we were like, okay, I don't even want to do this. And I think it was Seneca Neb. Wasn't it Seneca Neb in the bathroom? She was like, oh, come on, you guys have to do it. It won't even be that bad. You guys are good. And so we listened to her because she was a senior, right? Junior. Okay, so we listened to her. We got there, we do our skit, and as we're doing it, we realize how awful it is. And afterwards, like immediately, there are seniors and juniors tweeting about us and making memes of us. And that was the worst skit we've ever done. And they weren't really too much better the years following, but freshman year, that's just a funny memory to look back on, because we think about our skit and we just think about how much we've grown.
I think my favorite part of high school has been all the friends I've made and the band program, obviously. Just being able to be surrounded by the people that I've become friends with all throughout high school, and it's just been such a blessing.
All the flowing support you get from everybody, saying you could do it, and everybody just comes out to help everybody. And in turn, I've picked up so many unique relationships with different people, and it's just like each relationship has their own way of making you feel at home. And that's the biggest reason why I'm very sad coming up on these last couple days.
My favorite part has definitely been the people you meet, whether they be students, teachers, guidance counselors. Everyone always has something to tell you, something to say, advice to give, or just memories to give to you, and they spend time with you. It makes school all the worthwhile going to.
I will miss my arguments in AP Government and band.
I will miss most is how we are all together, and like Lawrence County, it might not be the biggest community, but all the kids somehow or another always end up being to like a big family. We always know how, like if one person's down, we always know how to pick each other up. And we might not be the biggest community, but we know like each other.
I'll miss how we are a family at Lawrence County. Walking through the halls every day, there's always somebody smiling and holding the door open for everyone, and it's really it's really great to see. And if someone sneezes, there are at least 7 people saying bless you or God bless you, and it's just amazing to see. And when I go to Louisville, I'm not going to see this every day, so I'm really cherishing it now.
I would like to give a shout out and thank Chico. He really opened my eyes that it's okay to be different, it's okay to think different things, and it's okay to be friends with somebody that has different political ideology than you. And he really opened my eyes to what I want to do in the future. So, thank you, Chico.
I'd like to give a shout out to Sue, because she has made me embrace myself and promote my confidence. And when I first had her as a freshman, I just took art to have a humanities credit, and then it turned into one of my passions. And I just want to thank her for giving me the confidence to pursue that, because I never even imagined that being one of my passions.
Throughout high school, my dad's been real important and just helped me with things, and just a good person to go to. I think everybody who's had him and will have him can't say enough good things about him. So I thank him for everything he's done and for everything that he's done for other kids.
I definitely have to thank Allison Bellamy. I met her in 5th grade, and she's been a good friend to me ever since. She's been one of the people that's made school pretty much bearable and able to go to. But it's still a good experience, but it's definitely thanks to her that I'm the person I am today.
I mean, I wouldn't have been able to do homecoming this year without my Vice President, Mackenzie Frazier. And a big shout out to all my friends sticking with me through high school. It's been great. I love you guys.
Brandon Meddings and David Prince, they've always been there for me, like in class and outside of class. And it's almost to the point where, like, I identify my relationship with those people as more friends rather than as an actual teacher-student relationship, because you can always come to them with real-world problems, ask them how they're doing, and it's just sort of like they're such interactive human beings, it's almost like they aren't even a teacher, it's just more of a mentor, basically. And that's another thing that, I'm going to hopefully try and take with me in the next coming years, because that's what's pushed me rather than just looking at statistics and looking at grades is, okay, how do I make these people proud of me?
I would say just to everyone, not only future seniors, but appreciate your friends because they will teach you more than you will ever know. And if you want to do something, do it because you will regret it later if you don't. So just do it, it'll be fun.
Just work super hard as you possibly can. Everybody says, junior year is the hardest, and that may be true, but that doesn't mean you can coast your senior year. Just finish strong, keep working hard, because senior year is a long way away from a cakewalk, that's for sure.
Do not procrastinate at all. It ruins your life. Do not procrastinate. You actually need to study. Studying is a very key part to senior year.
Advice for future seniors is to don't count the days, but make the days count. Try to make something out of yourselves and to enjoy life.
You're definitely going to get stressed, but you just have to push through it because the memories you make and the friendships that you make, they're just super important. So yeah, you're going to be stressed with the schoolwork, but you've got to get it done. That way you can go out with your friends and make these memories so you don't regret later on.
Future seniors should take as many challenging courses as they could because it'll help you later on. Don't quit. I know you can do it.
The advice I have for underclassmen is always do your best. You might think it's fun and games, but your senior year is when you really need to crack, well, not even your senior year, you're your junior year on your ACT, you really need to try to get benchmark and always just pay attention and do your best because it will reflect you in the future.
Always do your best to succeed, but also leave some time for yourself and for some fun. Never quit. Keep going, even when the road gets tough. Always have a backup plan in case things don't exactly go your way.
If I had any advice for future seniors, it would be don't waste your time here because you need every second of it, and keep good, close contact with your friends because you never know when you're going to see them again after these days. I want you all to have fun, remember the times we shared together, and just live your life to the fullest.
You're walking these halls for the very last time. We will all miss you, but you'll be just fine.
We have tried our best to teach you some math, some days with cheer and some days with wrath.
You rose to the challenge. These years have gone fast. It was our pleasure to teach you. It really was a blast.
So when things get rocky while you're living the dream, just remember that we taught you that you can do anything.
Reach for the stars. Don't ever settle for less. No talking. Get a pencil. Eat a mint. Well, just do your best.
Congratulations, class of 2017.